So you are the host. Can you check? You are the host now.
Yes, sir. It is visible to me. I
Okay.
can see.
So you can start anytime recording, and you can slowly start. Meanwhile, other students also joining. Okay.
Okay, no issues.
All right.
So
Thank
I think
you.
we should start the session. It's
Yeah.
over
Thank you.
9. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, AK, Veer and Anu. How are you?
Hello, sir.
How are you? Three of you.
Yeah, fine, sir. Fine. Thank you.
Okay. Perfect. So let's start. Okay. So do you have any questions regarding the first session, which we had on I think Thursday, if I'm not wrong? Anything you would like to ask? You may ask anything right now, or else we should start with the new topic. Please confirm.
Yes, sir, my side is clear. No issue.
Okay.
You can carry on.
No issues. So just confirm my screen is visible. You can write in chat as well. Okay. I hope.
Okay to proceed, sir.
Okay. Okay. That's cool.
Yes, sir, we can proceed.
Okay. Okay. So just confirm. Can you see my screen as well or not?
Yes, yes, it is visible, sir.
Okay. Okay. No issues. So today's topic, which we are gonna do today, is your OSI model. Okay. Have you ever heard about that OSI model? Anyone of you?
Yes, sir. It's a
Yes,
OSI
sir.
layers.
Exactly.
Open
Exactly.
system interconnection.
That's the full form. I'm asking what's the working of that model? OSI model.
Yes, it's a conceptual model, sir. That is how to
Yeah. How to?
network works.
Okay. It basically designed how the data will travel from a particular source to a destination. Okay. So before going into this model, I would like to tell you a little bit history about this, that why we had developed this model. Okay, just give me a second. Just give me a second. Allow me a second. Okay. So the thing is why we had developed this OSI model. First of all, we have to understand what is the need for developing this model. Okay. So before 1980s, I would say, before 1980s, there was no standardized communication model between different vendors. Okay. So just try to understand what this statement, which I just wrote here, what does it mean? Let's suppose today a Dell laptop can easily transfer a file or a folder or any kind of data to a HCL laptop, Samsung laptop, or any other vendor laptop, any company. Okay, it's very easy. We can send mails, any kind of picture, any kind of song, anything from a particular vendor vendor device to another vendor device. But before 1980s, this was not possible because each and every vendor has its own networking communication model. So it means that the PCs belongs to Dell company can only be able to communicate with the Dell laptops. Similarly, a laptop belongs to HCL can only be able to communicate with the HCL. Similarly, a laptop belongs to a Samsung company will only be able to communicate with the Samsung. So that was a big drawback regarding before the 1980s. After 1980s, we have developed a model known as OSI model, which stands for Open System Interconnection. And this model was developed by ISO, means International Standard Organization. So what is the work of OSI model? It describes the flow of information. The flow of information from source to destination. And how this thing can be possible? This thing can only be possible when OSI has 7
Yes.
layers in it. Okay. Yeah. So I think till here is everything clear to all of you, or anyone want to ask something, you can write in the chat as well. If anyone are up for that, I have no issues. So shall we proceed? Nobody wants to ask
Yes.
anything?
No, sir. Can you proceed?
Okay, that's good. Now, so what are those 7 layers? Now we are gonna okay. Now, so the first layer of OSI model is your physical layer. The second layer is your data link layer. The third layer is your network layer. Exactly. Those who know can tell me as well.
Network layer.
Network
Transport layer.
Exactly. Transport layer.
Session layer,
Exactly. The session layer.
presentation layer,
Exactly. The presentation layer.
the last is that application layer.
Exactly. The last is your application layer. Okay. So tell me, what out of those 7 layers, how many layers belongs to software layers and how many layers are hardware layers? Can anyone know here?
Yes, sir.
First three
Yes.
of software layers, sir.
Sorry,
First three are software layers and other 4
exactly.
layers are
It means application layer, presentation layer, and the session layer.
Session layer.
These are your
application.
layers.
Yes,
software layers. Means on these layers, our software engineers work, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
And same, the last 4 layers, which is transport
hardware layer.
layer, network layer, and your physical layer, they are your hardware.
Layer.
Exactly. On these layers, my hardware and network engineer works. Okay. So for you guys, these 4 layers are very important. Okay. But however, it does not mean that we will not go through these layers as well. We will go through these these layers very thoroughly. Okay. So now, so just try to understand. Let's suppose there is a sender. Whenever a communication will take place, there is a sender and there is a receiver. I hope everyone agrees with this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So now,
sir.
whenever you send a particular message, it will follow a top-bottom approach. Means the message will first deliver to application layer, then presentation, session, transport,
Trans-
network, data link, and then
Data one,
is like this.
physical.
Yeah, exactly. So it means whenever you're sending a data, okay, the sender is following a top-bottom approach. Whereas when it comes to receiver, it is following a bottom-top approach like this. Means on receiver end, the data will be transferred to physical layer first, then it will go to data link layer, network layer, then it will pass on to transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and at the end, it will be delivered to your application. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now. So we will take any message. Just tell me any message, What? This is your sender and this is your receiver. Okay. So a message has to transfer from sender to receiver. So just tell me what type of message you would like me to transfer. Can you tell me any message? Sorry?
Any kind of
videos or photos.
Okay, you want me to videos and photos, but okay. Anyone else? Or we'll just take it as a data. Okay, I will just first of all tell you how to transfer a text message. Okay, once you will understand the text message now, then it is easy to understand your videos and audios. Okay, so now just try to understand here. Let's suppose there is a text message, which we will transfer from a source to destination having respective IP addresses like this. Okay, so now, and that text message is something like that. How are you? So this is the message which we will understand how this message will transfer from a source to destination between the sender to a receiver. Is it fine till here?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Now, first of all, we will understand the application layer. Okay. So the application layer of OSI. It is the topmost layer of OSI. Okay. Make sure if anyone asks you these things in interviews, like just tell something about application layer. So you should be able to explain at least 2 to 3 points to them. Okay, at least. So application layer, it is a topmost layer of OSI model. Okay, and this layer provides an interface. Interface, or you could say a platform to the users so that they could interact with each other. Interact with each other. Now, so what does here interface or a platform means? Means, for example, email. Email is your platform where users from different email addresses can communicate with each other. Similarly, applications like Instagram, your WhatsApp, your Facebook. Okay, these applications act as your interface or a platform where the users could interact with each other. Let's suppose a WhatsApp, if you send a message to someone on WhatsApp, so it will be delivered on WhatsApp only, no? Or it will deliver to Instagram or Facebook. Tell me. Anyone here tell me? If you will send a particular message from a WhatsApp app, so it will deliver where? On WhatsApp, on Instagram, or on Facebook?
On WhatsApp only.
Exactly, on WhatsApp only. Okay, if you will try to drop a mail to somebody, okay, so it will send a mail to someone else, or it will that mail will be dropped on Instagram or WhatsApp. So basically, the platform is which we are using is email, like this. And email, you could say that there are different emails such as Gmail, your Yahoo. It could be like this. Once the message would reach to your application, then what will happen? It will pass on to my next layer, which is my presentation layer. From this application layer, the message has been delivered on my application. What this application will do, it will send my data to the presentation layer. What presentation layer will do? Sorry, just a second. The sixth layer is your presentation layer. So presentation layer, it is a sixth layer of the OSI model. Now, under this layer, the message or the data would be encrypted and decrypted like this. And this layer provides an extension. This layer provides an extension to the message, such as if there is a text message, then the extension would be .txt. If the data would be video, then it will provide your MP4. If you're sending a picture, then it will attach an extension as a JPEG or PNG, like this. Okay. You see, this is the message which has been traveled. The moment it reaches this is your 7th layer, and the moment this message will reach to your 6th layer, which is your presentation layer, what it will done? It will be encrypted. So how it will be encrypted? It will be encrypted something like that, @01AB, and like this, percentage, dollars, your brackets, exclamation mark, X, Y, Z, like this. Like this. Now your message, how are you? Now this message has been encrypted like this. And this message will be provided an extension. This is your text message. Then .txt extension would be added at the end of this message. Is everything clear till here? Or you want me to explain again? What is this encryption, encrypt and decrypt is? Tell me, Anu, AK, Veer,
Got it, sir.
Shankar.
Good, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay, no issues.
सर एक सेकंड
Yes, please. Yes, please.
जब जो पहला लेयर था एप्लीकेशन
हाँ जी।
लेयर
Yeah.
इस पे आपने
Actually, what's your name is? What's your name?
वीर सर
Okay, Veer. Okay, Veer. Yeah, please go on.
जो प्रेजेंटेशन जो सॉरी एप्लीकेशन लेयर था इस पे प्लेटफॉर्म तो समझा गया जो व्हाट अबाउट इंटरफेस सर आपने जो कहा था कि
Interface is a interface or a platform is one and the same thing. You see it? I written
अच्छा
or.
अच्छा
Okay. So the keyword जो मैंने use किया ना वो और use किया है. अगर मैं यहाँ पे and keyword use करता ना तो आप कहते कि इंटरफेस और प्लेटफॉर्म अलग अलग है. ठीक है?
हाँ सर ठीक है क्लियर
Okay. So will you be able to understand English as well, Veer? Or
no sir I can both I can
okay,
Hindi and
both.
English
Okay, no issues. Okay. Now, so I hope till presentation layer each and everything is clear to you. Now, what will happen after presentation layer? This data will be transferred to your session layer. Now, session layer. Session layer. Session layer, it is the 5th layer of OSI model. This layer is responsible for establishing, maintaining, and terminating a connection between the hosts. Just a second now. What happened? Yeah. So, terminating a connection between the hosts. This is what is the work of your session layer. Now, just try to understand here. You see, a sender and a receiver. A data has to be exchanged, and that to be text message. Now, on sender side, an application and a data has received. Now, what this sender will first do? First, it will ask the source. First, it will try to establish a connection with the receiver. Okay. And this connection has been achieved with the help of your three-way handshake. This connection will be established with the help of your three-way handshake. We will discuss what is three-way handshake, okay? So don't worry. And that same connection would be terminated with the help of four-way handshake. So it means till data won't reach to my destination. The connection between the source and the destination will be maintained by which layer? It is my fifth layer, which is known as my session layer, because this layer is responsible for my establishing, maintaining, and terminating a connection between the host. And how a connection would be established with the help of three-way handshake, and how it would be terminated with the help of your four-way handshake. Okay, and make sure the data, which is original data, will always be sent after the three-way handshake. So I'll just write down this three-way handshake. Once this three-way handshake would be performed, after that the original data will be transferred from my source to destination. And once the work of this will be over, then what will happen? The connection would be terminated. And how my connection would be terminated? With the help of four-way handshake. Okay. I hope these three layers are clear to you. And make sure these three layers, these software layers, application layer, session layer, and your presentation layer, like this. These layers are known for preparation of data. Once the data would be prepared here, okay, then it will transfer to my hardware layers. And which one is my first hardware layer which will receive this data? It would be my transport layer. Clear? Anyone wants to say something? Because I heard a sound. Anyone?
No, spare.
Okay, is it clear? Okay, now. So transport layer. Now, from here on, our work starts. Awesome. What will happen in the transport layer? Transport layer. Transport layer, it is the fourth layer of OSI model. And this layer is also known as heart layer of OSI. Okay, now, next thing, in this, the data would be fragmented and converted into segments. Now, just try to focus on these two words, fragmented and your segments. What these two words mean. So the data on which we are working right now is this text message, which is how are you? And this has been encrypted like this. Okay, but just to make you understand, I'm just taking the original data. Okay, so now see, this is the original data. How are you? The moment this data reaches the transport layer, what will happen? This data will be fragmented into small parts like this. How will become the part one? R will become the second part, and U will become your third part, like this. And how it will become my first part? Just a minute, just a second. Like this. How will become your first part? R will become your second part and U will become your second part like this. Now these are pieces of this data. How are you? Now these are your called as fragments. Now these fragmented data will be attached with a layer 4 header like this. Layer 4 header. Layer 4 header contains source port number and destination port number like this. On each and every fragmented data, a layer 4 header would be attached with the source port number and destination port number like that. Source port number and destination port number like that. And make sure this collective fragmented data with the layer 4 header, it is known as your segment. Clear? What is a segment? This part is known as your segment. Got it? Or anyone wants to ask something till here? Have you understood what is a segment?
Yes, sir.
Anu? AK?
Yes, sir. So can you like repeat that segment alone one more time?
Yeah, sure. Why not? What's your name is?
Anu, sir. Anu.
Okay, I will just try to understand here. Okay. Just see, this is your main data. How are you? Okay. And this
Yes,
data has been fragmented into smaller parts. Like how will become the first part, R become the second part and third, and U become the third part. And the fragmentation of data is on the basis of MTU, maximum transmission unit. We will discuss what these things means. Okay. Right now I'm just
yes.
telling you a base of it. Okay. I will discuss what is MTU, what is three-way handshake, and what is four-way handshake. Okay. So be there
Okay.
as with me. Okay. Because the fragmentation does not occur like this because the data has already been encrypted here. Okay. If I will just encrypt, if I will try to create fragments here, so you guys will get confused. That's why I'm taking the original data. Okay. So make sure this. So now these are your segments. How becomes the first segment? I know, isn't it? R becomes my
Yes, sir.
second segment. Sorry, these are your fragments. And U become your third fragment. The fragments having the layer 4 header attached with it. You see the layer 4 header has been attached with this. Layer
Yes,
4
sir.
header contains source port number and destination port number. Okay, fragmented part of the data with the layer 4 header is collectively known as your segment. Is that clear?
Okay, sir.
Is it fine?
Yes, sir. I got it.
I got it. You got it? Okay, cool. Now these segments will be sent where? Tell me.
On the network layer.
With
Exactly.
the next
exactly.
network layer.
Exactly. On the network layer. Okay. Now the third layer is your network layer. Okay, just tell me, will these segments will send in this particular order, or they can be sent in a reversible order as well? Like for example, R is sent first, then I can send how, and then I can send U. Is it possible?
No, sir. Say we will be sequence will be maintained.
No sequence will be maintained. Make sure. Okay.
It is reshuffle, sir.
Yeah, exactly. It is reshuffle. Okay, because this layer is also responsible for shuffling and reshuffling of data. It is also responsible for shuffling and reshuffling of my segments. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now these segments will be sent to the third layer, which is known as your network layer. So this layer, it is the third layer of OSI model. It works on IP addressing. So my layer 3, which is my network layer, it works on which layer? It works on IP address. So the segments will be converted to packets. A lot of time you guys have heard this word packets, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now today we will understand what is a packet. Okay, now. So these are 3 segments which are coming to me. How are you? Okay. So I have received these 3 segments on my network layer. How? With the layer 4 header. The next segment is R, which I have received here with the layer 4 header. Similarly, I have received the third segment, which is U with my layer 4 header. What network layer will do? It will attach layer 3 header to it. Under layer 3 header, I have my source IP address and my destination IP address. My source IP address and then destination IP address. And the fragmented part of data with layer 4 header and layer 3 header, collectively known as your, sorry,
Packets.
exactly, packet. Okay, so whenever you encounter this question in an interview, how will you define a packet? So make sure a packet is consists of a fragmented part of data with the layer 4 header and your layer 3 header. Or you could say segment plus layer 3 header. It will also be act as a packet. Okay. Clear? Anu, packet
Yes,
has been
sir.
clear to you?
Yes, sir. I got it, sir.
Let's go. Veer, and rest of
Yes,
you.
sir. Yeah, got it.
How many students are there? Okay. Shankar, I think Shankar is a new student there. Shankar, what about you? You can switch off the camera, Shankar. It's totally fine. Because
Yes, sir. Hello.
Shankar, am I audible?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yes, I'm
I'm from
asking.
Pune.
Okay, so I'm asking that everything is clear to you till here?
Actually, here very very loudly sounding Ganesh Chaturthi. Actually, I can't talking about.
Actually,
I
your
just
voice
now
is not
listening this thing.
your voice is not clear to me
No,
as well.
clear. Yeah, yeah. Festival is Ganesh Chaturthi society. Yeah,
Okay, so I'm not audible to you. That's what you're trying to say is.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yes, yes.
okay, no issues. Just see the recording class. You will get the recording of this, and
Yeah.
if you have any issues, just come to me. I will clear it out. Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay.
Yeah.
So you can switch off your camera. Okay, that's good.
Yes, yes.
We are good now. So after this, the data will be transferred to my next layer, which is my data link layer. What this layer does. Second layer, which is my data link layer. Now, this layer, it is responsible for error checking. This layer is responsible for error checking. Okay, if there is any error to the data, what it will do, it will ask the sender to retransmit the data. Okay, if it found any error to that particular segment or a packet, it will ask send this again. Okay, now in this layer, packet would be known as frames. And this layer works on MAC address. Okay, so now just try to see here. What does it mean? We know that these packets are coming towards the layer 2. How? With layer 4 header, with layer 3 header, like this. Similarly, R with your layer 4 header and your layer 3 header. And then U with your layer 4 header and then layer 3 header. These are our packets. And when it would attach a layer 2 header with source MAC address and destination MAC address, and on the right side there will be a checksum, FCS checksum. Just make sure there is an FCS, okay? And here again a layer 2 header would be attached with source MAC address and destination MAC address. Source MAC and destination MAC with the FCS checksums. Like this. Okay. So this collectively is known as your frame. All of those, it is known as your frame. So I think all of you can differentiate between a segment, a packet, and a frame now. Okay. Now, these frames will be transferred to the next layer, which is known as my physical layer. Physical layer. This layer, it is the bottommost layer of OSI model. Or there somebody mic is on. Could you please switch off your mic? Because there's a lot of noises coming out. Thank you. Now, it is the bottommost layer of OSI model. What it will do, it will convert the frame into binary number, binary numbers, such as 1 and 0. Okay. Why this process took place? Can anyone explain me? Why it had converted this particular frame into binary number?
Because computer known only binary numbers.
Exactly, because computer works on only binary language. It means if you see that there is sender and user, they only understand binary language, which is 1 and 0, like this. So the moment physical layer will transfer the data, will convert a particular frame into your binary number. What will happen? The data will start transferring like this. Now this is the original data which has been transferring from my source to my destination, or you could say from my sender to receiver. Is it clear till here to everyone or not? Just tell me.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yeah, sure, please go on.
सर जो लेयर था
कौन सी
डाटा
layer?
लिंक लेयर
हाँ, डेटा लिंक लेयर, बिल्कुल सही.
जहाँ पे फ्रेम बनते हैं
हाँ,
वहाँ पे एक हेडर लगता है सोर्स मैक एंड डेस्टिनेशन मैक.
एग्जैक्टली.
लेकिन अभी हमारा डाटा डेस्टिनेशन तक पहुंचा ही नहीं है, तो वहाँ पे डेस्टिनेशन मैक कैसे आएगा?
हाँ,
ये मेरे
एक्चुअली
कहना
ना,
था.
एक्चुअली क्या होता है यहाँ पे ना, हमारा ना एक आर्प का कॉन्सेप्ट यूज होता है. यूर राइट अकॉर्डिंग टू यू. यहाँ पे ना हम लोग एक आर्प का कॉन्सेप्ट यूज करते हैं. जब मैं आर्प पढ़ाऊंगा ना, तो मैं उसमें डिस्कस करूंगा ये चीज क्या होता है. ओके. So right now, I was expecting this question actually. Okay, glad you would ask. What's the name?
वीर सर
हाँ वीर एक्चुअली यहाँ पे ना हमारा ना एक आर्प का कॉन्सेप्ट यूज होता है. ओके यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट कि आर्प होता है और वो मतलब डेस्टिनेशन लगता है. तो बेसिकली आई थिंक यू आर वर्किंग आई एम नॉट
हाँ
रॉन्ग.
सर
तो यहाँ
हाँ
पे ना
सर
तुमने एक कॉन्सेप्ट सुना होगा गेटवे का. गेटवे एड्रेस होता है हमारा डिफॉल्ट गेटवे एड्रेस जिसे हम बोलते हैं. ये
हाँ
ना उसके थ्रू डेटा ट्रैवल करता है मैक एड्रेस. आई विल डिस्कस ओके डोंट वरी. अभी मैं उसमें ना डीप में नहीं जा रहा. यू आर राइट. ठीक है. ये डेस्टिनेशन मैक एड्रेस वो डेस्टिनेशन मैक एड्रेस नहीं है जो हम लोग समझ रहे हैं. बट ये डेस्टिनेशन मैक एड्रेस कुछ और डेस्टिनेशन मैक एड्रेस है. एक्चुअली क्या होता है कि इसको ना हम 2 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. एक ना लेयर 2 फॉरवर्डिंग होती है और एक लेयर 3 फॉरवर्डिंग होती है. लेयर 2 फॉरवर्डिंग का मतलब होता है जो हम सेम नेटवर्क के अंदर फॉरवर्ड करते हैं और लेयर 3 फॉरवर्डिंग होती है जो हम डिफरेंट नेटवर्क्स के अंदर फॉरवर्ड करते हैं. ओके तो वहां पे ना इस डेस्टिनेशन मैक का ना पूरा रोल चेंज हो जाता है. ठीक है. सो मैं समझ गया तुम ये समझने की कोशिश कर रहे हो ना कि लेट सपोज करो कि जैसे कि कहाँ गया हो मेरा जो मैंने बनाया था डायग्राम. जस्ट अ सेकंड. आई एम जस्ट सर्चिंग इट आउट समवेयर हियर. ठीक है. तो तुम्हारा क्वेश्चन ये कि सर इसका मैक एड्रेस लेट सपोज 0 है और इसका मैक एड्रेस 0 भी है. अब हमें इसका मैक एड्रेस 0 भी कैसे पता लगा. That's what your question ना. हाँ
हाँ सर
तो
एग्जैक्ट
इस क्वेश्चन के लिए थोड़ा सा तुम्हें रुकना पड़ेगा. एक्चुअली जब मैं आर्प डिस्कस करूंगा ना ARP एड्रेस रेजोल्यूशन प्रोटोकॉल. ओके उसके अंदर तुम्हारा ये क्वेरी ना सॉल्व हो जाएगी.
ओके सर
ओके सो राइट नाउ बस इसको इतना समझो कि इसको मैक एड्रेस उसका पता है डेस्टिनेशन मैक एड्रेस. ठीक है. इसको अज्यूम कर लो चाहे.
ओके
ठीक है. और कोई डाउट तो बताओ.
So
Yeah,
can you
please.
like explain it in English? Because I don't know Hindi.
Okay, Anu, just try to understand. Actually, this topic I will discuss in upcoming
Okay,
classes. Okay, so don't
okay,
worry.
sir, sure.
Actually, yeah, his doubt is a little bit of this of the today's topic. So that's why I
Oh,
was
okay, sir, I
explaining.
got it.
Okay, so don't worry. I know you only understand English. Okay, because there are certain students as well who understand only English. Okay, so this class is open for both. It's okay because some students ask me in Hindi, so I have to reply in Hindi as well. Okay, so don't worry. It is not something which you will not for you, but for the rest of them. Okay, so you will understand. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank
no
you.
issue. Okay, welcome. Anyone else who's having any doubts?
फॉर मी क्लियर सर
Clear? Okay, now cool. Okay, so just try to understand those who didn't understand this, what I just written in this green color. If you haven't understood, that's totally fine because in upcoming classes we will take this topic. What is ARP? How this ARP works? Okay, so for the time being, just hold yourself till here. What I just till this red color. Okay, don't go for this green color. Okay, clear. So I hope it's clear to each and everyone. Okay. AKA Shankar Veer. Is it clear? Okay. AK, are you there? Anu, what about you?
I want to ask you, sir, layer 4, what is shuffling or reshuffling? Sir? Please explain.
Reshuffling, yeah, exactly. Reshuffling and reshuffling. Have you ever played the cards?
Sorry, sir.
Have you ever played the cards?
Yes,
Cards,
yes, yes, sir.
cards.
Yes,
Have you ever played?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So while you shuffle that particular pack of 52 cards, so sometimes what happens? The king of spade goes upwards and downwards. It keep on switching like that.
The sequence will be up
Exactly.
and
So
down.
sequence will be disturbed in short. So like for example, just see here. So if I would go on my fourth layer, which is the transport layer. So I just told you that the data would be fragmented, isn't it? That's what I told you. The data will be
Got it, sir. Yeah.
fragmented. Now after the fragmentation, what will happen? The fragments will divide something like that. This is my first fragment. How? Second is R and third one is my R. You could see here as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it is not mandatory that this segment will go first. Yeah, once it will with the layer 4 header, it will convert to segment. It is not mandatory that this how segment will go first and then this R and then this U. It could go like this as well. That firstly R can go, then how can go, and then you can go like this as well. But
Yes.
if it is reshuffling here, so it is a responsibility of the transport layer to shuffle the data while it is reaching the destination. So it
Okay.
will to arrange the data in a order.
Yes. Sir. Yeah.
Sir,
Okay.
it is the
So
help
now,
of port numbers.
sorry,
It is reshuffle the data with port numbers.
no, it is something else. We will discuss. Okay, don't worry. Now, because what happens while you are sending the data, now, what it will do, it will attach a particular number to it. So that we will discuss. Okay, don't worry. Now, so make sure while you are adding anything, like suppose, happen. Just a second, sometimes the system got hang. Just a second. Yeah, please. So let's suppose this is your data, a fragmented data, and this fragmented data has been attached with some headers like this: layer 4, layer 3, and layer 2. So adding the headers with the fragmented data is known as encapsulation. Encapsulation. Clear? What does it mean? It means encapsulation. So the data has been encapsulated like that. Okay. Now, once it will reach my physical layer, like for example, there is a source and there is a receiver. There is my source and there is my receiver. What source did? After converting the data into binary, it is sent to my receiver like that. Now, what receiver will do after receiving on the physical layer, it will send to my destination layer. Destination layer will check the layer 2 header. If the destination MAC is correct, what it will do, it will remove this header. So the removal of this header is known as decapsulation. Adding of headers are known as encapsulation. The removal of headers are known as your decapsulation. Am I clear on this part?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And similarly, after reaching the, okay, if once the destination MAC address is approvable, it will be sent to layer 3. Once it will reach the layer 3, what it will check? It will check my destination IP address. If destination IP address is also correct, what it will do, it will also remove this layer 3 header. Similarly, if the destination port number is also correct on my layer 4, which is network layer, which is transport layer, what it will do, it will also remove this particular layer 4 header. And at the end, this data, this only data, I'll just take some other color. This data will be sent to my 5th layer, which is session layer, and then the presentation layer, where the data would be decrypted. Make sure the data would be decrypted because the data has already been encrypted. So the data will be decrypted, and at the end, it will be delivered to the receiver's application. Got it? How these things work? Anyone is having any questions? Please feel free to ask. Anyone? Or are we good?
Yes, sir. I got it,
Okay.
sir. Everything.
That's cool. Okay, what about you?
Okay,
V?
sir.
Okay. Shankar. Okay. So that's the topic for today's class, which is OSI model. Okay. So there are certain topics, certain things which we have left, such as three-way handshake. One is your three-way handshake. One is your four-way handshake. Another one is your MTU. Okay. So we will discuss these topics as well. Okay. Because right now I'm not gonna discuss it because if I will discuss these topics as well, the session will will be very heavy for you guys. Okay, so I'm just leaving this session on till here, till the OSI model. Okay, so make sure keep your keep these terminologies in your mind. What is your packet? What is your segment? What is your frame? Okay, I'll just do a little bit help for you guys, like while you're reading, so you will be able to understand. Physical layer, data link, your network, transport. Fifth one is your session. Sixth one is presentation. And the last one is your application, like that. Okay, so now in these three layers, a data will be known as your data. But if it goes to the transport layer, it will be known as segment. If it is in network layer, it would be known as your packet. If it will be on data link layer, it will be known as your frames, exactly. And what about on physical?
Bits.
Exactly. Bits. Okay. So while revising, keep this thing in your mind. Okay. It will be help to memorize things. Okay. So now you know what is a segment.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Layer 4 header plus your data.
This data.
Okay. And when it falls to packet, packet means layer
Layer
3
3.
plus segment.
Yes. Mm.
Isn't that? And when I talk about
Yes, sir.
frame, frame means
Layer
layer
2
2 plus packet.
packet.
Exactly. And when I talk about bits, it means the data would be converted into binary language, which is your ones and zeros. Clear? Clear? If anyone wants to ask anything, feel free to ask anything.
Hello,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah, if sir interview asked to extend the OSI model, then where we would start from bottom to or from top?
Top to bottom. I always top to bottom. Look for why? Because I told you that there are two persons. One is your sender and another one is your receiver. Till you don't send a particular message, will receiver receive anything? If sender
No.
sends anything, so what approach it is going to follow? It is going to follow my top bottom approach. Okay, so while I am asking top bottom approach, it means the data will be first delivered on 7, then goes to present 6th layer, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2 and 1. Clear? Like this.
Okay.
Always while you are explaining, make sure you will start with application layer. Just see here what I just written. What I just written here in the application layer. Application layer is the topmost layer of OSI. When I say it is a topmost layer, it means it is starting, the data is first delivered on the application. You will first deliver the data on application now, or straight away the data would be converted to binary. Tell me.
Yes, sir, got it.
Okay. Clear? Or someone is having any doubts, please feel free to ask. Because if
Sir, where
yeah.
will notes will get here?
Yeah,
These are
you will get this PPT, don't worry.
yeah.
Okay. There is no issue. I think you get the previous class PPT as well, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. I was attended the class, but I don't.
You didn't get
got
the
it.
PPT. You didn't get the PPT.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will just ask Abhishek sir, the other Abhishek sir. He will coordinate with you. Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
You will get the PPT as well. Okay. So should we wind up this class or you want to ask anything? You're good. You're
Now
good.
good to go.
Good to go? Okay. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good
You will
night.
get
Good
this
night,
notes.
sir.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night. Bye. Welcome.